It's hard not to admire the iconic actress Sally Field, a true Hollywood veteran. She's a stunning talent who can make audiences laugh, cry, and everything in between, all while embracing aging with grace. With an impressive collection of accolades, including 2 Oscars, 3 Emmys, and 2 Golden Globes, it's no wonder Sally Field is celebrated as one of the greatest actors of her generation. For decades, Sally Field has graced the entertainment industry with her incredible performances, captivating fans worldwide. Yet, despite her fame, there are still many aspects of her life that remain a mystery. Why did Sally Field keep the painful secrets of her childhood hidden for so long? Be sure to watch this video until the very end to uncover her story, and don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments. Sally Field was born on November 6, 1946, in Pasadena, California, to actress Margaret Field, née Morland, and pharmacist Richard Dryden Field, who served in the Army during the World War II. Her brother is Richard Dryden Field, Jr., a physicist and academic. Her parents were divorced in 1950. On January 21, 1952, in Tijuana, Mexico, her mother married Jock Mahoney, an actor and stuntman. Field said in her 2018 memoir that she was sexually abused by Mahoney during her childhood. As a teen, Field attended Portola Middle School and Birmingham High School in Van Nuys, where she was a cheerleader. Her class of 1964 classmates included financier Michael Milken and talent agent Michael Ovitz, while actress Cindy Williams was a year behind Field. Sally Field has always had much to share, and for the first time she revealed her life story in a way that touched millions. Over the years, she has brought joy and tears to audiences, which is why her fans adore her. From the lively, surf-loving Gidget in 1965 to the gray-haired, endearing Mrs. Gump in 1994, the Academy Award-winning actress has demonstrated a remarkable range and enduring charm. In an industry that often sidelines women over 40, Sally Field continues to shine as a beacon of talent and resilience. If there's a recurring theme in Sally Field's roles, it's her ability to portray intelligent, strong, and heroic women. Her extraordinary career spans over 5 decades, encompassing both television and film. Field started with light-hearted television roles in Gidget and The Flying Nun, but her determination to grow as an actress led her to the Actors Studio. There, she honed her craft and transitioned into more dramatic roles, emerging as a powerhouse in Hollywood. Her breakthrough as a dramatic actress came with the television movie Sybil, where she portrayed a young woman with dissociative identity disorder. This role earned her critical acclaim and opened doors to more complex characters. Hollywood finally took notice, and in Norma Rae, Field delivered a stunning performance as a union organizer, fighting for workers' rights, a role that earned her an Academy Award. In 1981, she starred in Absence of Malice, playing a journalist whose actions inadvertently frame a businessman, portrayed by Paul Newman, for murder. Field's second Oscar came for her portrayal of a determined mother in Places in the Heart, a Depression-era drama about a widow struggling to save her family farm. During her acceptance speech, her enthusiastic words, "You like me, you really like me," became an iconic pop culture reference. She continued to portray strong-willed women, including her role in Steel Magnolias, and later appeared in beloved films like Soap Dish, Mrs. Doubtfire, Forrest Gump, and 2 Weeks. In Steven Spielberg's Lincoln, Field portrayed Mary Todd Lincoln with depth and grace. Despite decades in the spotlight and a legacy of unforgettable characters, there are aspects of Sally Field's life that many fans are unaware of. She bravely revealed that she endured years of sexual abuse by her stepfather until the age of 14 and had a secret abortion in Mexico at 17. These revelations shed light on the resilience and strength that have defined her both on and off screen. Whether you first saw her in Smokey and the Bandit or Gidget, Sally Field's signature smile and undeniable charm have made her a beloved presence on both the big and small screens for decades. As a true Hollywood icon, Sally's life story could easily inspire its own on-screen drama. From her countless award show triumphs to her high-profile relationships, health challenges, and tireless activism, she has consistently motivated us to work hard and aim high, whether that's on the Hollywood Walk of Fame or in life itself. Her mother, Margaret Field, who was known by her married name, worked sporadically as an actress in theater, film, and television. Sally's father, Richard Dryden Field, served as a United States Army officer before transitioning to a career as a salesman. However, Sally's childhood was marked by upheaval. Her parents divorced when she was just 4 years old. Soon after, her mother remarried stuntman and actor Jacques Mahoney, who gained modest fame for his roles in television westerns and as Tarzan in a series of 1960s films. Despite Mahoney's early success, financial stability often eluded the family. At the time, actors did not receive residual payments for reruns, leaving them vulnerable during periods of unemployment. Sally's childhood was further complicated by her stepfather's behavior. By her own account, Mahoney was emotionally manipulative and physically abusive. For many years, Sally kept the full extent of this abuse hidden, a testament to the resilience she would later channel into her career and advocacy work. Despite the toxic environment at home, Sally and her brother found remarkable ways to persevere. Her brother Richard excelled academically, eventually becoming a theoretical physicist and university professor. Sally, on the other hand, discovered acting as a powerful outlet for self-expression. Starting in junior high school, she found that embodying another character offered a much-needed escape from the fears and uncertainties of her daily life. Before pursuing acting professionally, Sally impressed her peers as a high school cheerleader. After graduating from Birmingham High School in the San Fernando Valley, she enrolled in a summer acting workshop at Columbia Studios. It was there that a casting agent spotted her potential and encouraged her to audition for a new television series. The show Gidget was based on a popular book and movie about teenage surfers in Southern California. Sally's journey to landing the lead role was far from easy. She was called back to audition multiple times, competing against over 75 other actresses. Ultimately, at just 17 years old, she was chosen to play the titular character, marking the beginning of her incredible career. Sally Field quickly transitioned into the world of primetime television, securing the lead role in Gidget, a character originally portrayed by Sandra Dee in the hit movie of the same name. Gidget embodied the quintessential teenager of the early 1960s, enthusiastic, slightly quirky, yet inherently moral and obedient. Field's performance perfectly captured this spirit, making her a relatable and positive role model for young women. The show's success established her as a rising television star, but it also pigeonholed her as a fun-loving and lighthearted teen. This image made it challenging for casting directors to envision her in more serious roles. Despite its charm, Gidget was canceled after just one season. However, the show performed surprisingly well in summer reruns, and producers soon offered Field the lead in a new series, The Flying Nun, a comedy with fantasy and religious undertones. Initially hesitant to take on such an unconventional role, Field felt pressured by her stepfather and the producers to accept. While the role wasn't her first choice, she went on to deliver a memorable performance, showcasing her comedic timing and likability. During this time, Field also made her feature film debut in The Way West, 1967. but the role failed to make a lasting impact on her film career. Meanwhile, The Flying Nun enjoyed strong ratings and ran for 3 successful seasons, further cementing Field's status as a beloved television star, even if the series reinforced the challenges of breaking free from her established image. Sally Field began to feel restless with the limitations of situation comedy roles. Her work in made-for-TV movies and recurring appearances on the Western series Alias Smith and Jones offered little opportunity to expand her artistic range. Seeking a deeper connection to her craft, Field enrolled in the Actors Studio, the prestigious workshop founded by legendary method acting teacher Lee Strasberg. Known for uncovering the hidden depths of performers, Strasberg had trained some of the most revered actors of the 1950s and 1960s. Under his demanding guidance, Field earned respect among her peers and gained the confidence that she could tackle more challenging material. Despite her growth as an actress, Hollywood provided few chances to showcase her evolving talent. In 1973, she starred in another short-lived sitcom, The Girl with Something Extra, a fantasy series that failed to gain traction and was ultimately canceled. Around the same time, her personal life underwent upheaval when her marriage to her high school sweetheart ended in divorce, leaving her as a single mother caring for 2 young sons. Field worried, with good reason, that she would remain typecast as the charming, spunky heroine of lighthearted fantasies. Her breakthrough came when casting director Diane Crittenden recognized her potential and recommended her for a role in a more grounded film. The part of Mary Tate, a receptionist, in the gym set drama Stay Hungry, was a sharp departure from Field's wholesome television persona. Although director Bob Rafelson was hesitant to cast her, Field eventually won him over and delivered a performance that began reshaping her career. Even before the film's release, another role surfaced, one that would profoundly impact her trajectory and solidify her place as a serious actress. Sally Field ultimately shed her sitcom image and established herself as a serious actress, becoming one of the most sought-after talents in Hollywood. With her newfound reputation, she began landing roles alongside some of the industry's leading men. The following year brought a new kind of spotlight as she took on the romantic lead in the action comedy Smokey and the Bandit, starring Burt Reynolds. Reynolds later described Sally Field as the love of my life, reigniting public fascination with their late 1970s romance. During an interview promoting his film The Last Movie Star, Reynolds reflected on their relationship, sharing that he fell for her instantly. When Today anchor Hoda Kotb asked him who had been the love of his life, his candid and playful response only added to the enduring intrigue surrounding their time together. "I'm dead in the water no matter what I say," Burt Reynolds admitted when asked about Sally Field. "Well, she was 7 when I fell in love with her. She stayed 7 for about 11 years, he joked before clarifying, "Yes, Sally Field." His candid remarks hinted at a deep connection, but Sally's perspective painted a more complicated picture of their relationship. Sally described Reynolds as both controlling and emotionally distant. By the time we met, the weight of his stardom had become a way for Burt to control everyone around him. And from the moment I walked through the door, it was a way to control me, she said. Reflecting on their dynamic, she added, "We were a perfect match of flaws." Blindly, I fell into a rut that had long ago formed in my road, a pre-programmed behavior, as if in some past life I had pledged a soul-binding commitment to this man. Although Sally admitted that her relationship with Burt was deeply complicated and often painful, she also acknowledged that it was not devoid of love and care. She was initially captivated by his swagger and charisma, describing their connection as immediate and intense. We had known each other for about 3 or 4 days at that point during the filming of Smokey and the Bandit. It was instantaneous. 4 days felt like 4 years, she shared. Bert made Sally feel desirable in a way she hadn't experienced before. He gave me a feeling that I was sexy, and I wanted to be everything he ever wanted, she revealed. However, this dynamic eventually took a heavy toll on her sense of identity. What happened is that I stopped existing. I dressed for him, looked for him, walked for him, she confessed. Despite repeatedly asking her to marry him, the relationship left Sally struggling to find herself within the shadow of his overwhelming persona. I knew his heart wasn't in it, Sally Field said of Burt Reynolds' marriage proposals. We'd have ended up just feeling terrible. Despite their tumultuous 7-year relationship, the couple remained a favorite topic for tabloid gossip. While Sally was entering the prime of her career, Bert's stardom began to wane, and their romance eventually came to an end. In his later years, Reynolds expressed deep regret over how he had treated Sally. I miss her terribly even now. It's hard on me. I don't know why I was so stupid. Men are like that, you know. You find the perfect person, and then you do everything you can to screw it up, he admitted. Sally, meanwhile, revealed painful truths about her past in her memoir, In Pieces. In an interview with the New York Times, she discussed years of sexual abuse by her stepfather and a secret abortion she had at the age of 17. Reflecting on why she remained silent for so long, she said, "I didn't know I had a voice." Throughout her memoir, Field writes candidly about her struggles, failed relationships, questionable decisions, and missed opportunities. She approached the project with raw honesty, allowing herself to delve into the depths of her experiences. I wrote it for myself, she shared. I didn't know whether I'd have the guts to publish it. The result was a deeply personal exploration of her life, showcasing both her vulnerability and resilience. Sally Field described an overwhelming urgency, a deep anxiety, and an intense need to confront something buried within her. I found out that I had to put all the pieces out in front of me, try to fit them together, and see if I could make sense of it all, she reflected. And I don't know why I was feeling this way. Her journey toward understanding began in earnest when she finally opened up to her mother, Margaret Field, who was dying of cancer. Despite the gravity of her own illness, Margaret reassured Sally that she would no longer face her pain alone. In her memoir, Sally wrote openly about her stepfather, nicknamed Jocko. Her feelings toward him were complicated. It would have been so much easier if I'd only felt one thing, she explained, if Jocko had been nothing but cruel and frightening. But he wasn't. He could be magical, like the Pied Piper, leading our family as his mesmerized followers. However, behind this seemingly enchanting exterior, Jocko's behavior was deeply harmful. He would summon Sally to his bedroom alone, a pattern of abuse that lasted throughout her adolescence. In her confession to her mother, Sally revealed that the incidents weren't isolated, but rather a series of offenses that only stopped after years of torment. Her mother's acknowledgement and support marked a pivotal moment in Sally's path toward healing. At 14 years old, Sally Field grappled with conflicting emotions. I felt both like a child, helpless, and not a child. Powerful, she wrote. This was power, and I owned it. But I wanted to be a child. It wasn't until years later, around the time she landed a role in Steven Spielberg's 2012 film Lincoln, that she revealed the full extent of her experiences to her mother. By then, her mother had divorced Jocko Mahoney in 1968, and he had passed away in 1989. As Sally entered her late teens, she experienced what she described as a sexual awakening, breaking free from the constraints of her own mind. During this period, she became pregnant and at 17 had a secret abortion in Tijuana. Despite these challenges, Sally went on to find love and build a family through 2 marriages. She first married Stephen Craig in 1968, and the couple had 2 sons, Peter, a novelist born in 1969, and Eli, an actor and director born in 1972. However, their marriage ended in 1975, the same year Sally began her on-again, off-again relationship with Burt Reynolds. In 1984, she married her second husband, Alan Greisman. Together, they welcomed their son, Sam, in 1987. Sally's family life became a foundation of love and support amid her storied career and personal growth. Sally Field and Alan Greisman divorced in 1993, marking another turning point in her personal life. Reflecting on her early career, Sally acknowledged that landing her first major roles on television in Gidget and The Flying Nun propelled her into stardom, a transition that felt both exhilarating and isolating. "I was no longer a member of the club anymore," she wrote, referring to the Human Club. Instead, she had become a celebrity, a label that often placed her on a pedestal, but also separated her from a sense of normalcy. Throughout her career, acting served as a form of therapy for Sally. Her ability to channel her emotions and experiences into her craft solidified her reputation as one of the most versatile actresses of her generation. From light-hearted television roles to deeply emotional performances, Sally's range continues to captivate audiences and affirm her place as an enduring figure in Hollywood. In 2005, Sally Field was diagnosed with osteoporosis, a turning point that fueled her determination to raise awareness about the disease. Recognizing the importance of early detection, she collaborated with Roche and GlaxoSmithKline to launch the Rally with Sally for Bone Health campaign. This initiative promoted bone density scans, aiming to prevent severe cases of osteoporosis through early diagnosis and treatment. However, the campaign sparked controversy for its co-promotion of Boniva, a bisphosphonate treatment manufactured by Roche, which some critics argued blurred the line between advocacy and pharmaceutical marketing. Despite the criticism, Field's efforts played a significant role in drawing attention to a condition that affects millions, especially women over the age of 50. Field's activism extended beyond health awareness. In the same year, she was honored with the Golden Plate Award from the American Academy of Achievement. This prestigious recognition celebrated not only her artistic contributions, but also her steadfast commitment to social activism. Her dual dedication to acting and advocacy positioned her as a role model both on and off the screen. At the 2007 Emmy Awards, when she won Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series, Field delivered a fiery acceptance speech. She famously declared, "If the mothers ruled the world, there would be no goddamn wars in the first place." However, Fox Broadcasting Company censored her speech, cutting the sound and picture after the word God. The broadcast did not return to Field until after her speech had ended. The following day, Fox issued a statement defending their decision, citing concerns that some viewers might find the language inappropriate. The incident sparked a debate about censorship and free speech, with Field's statement resonating with many who appreciated her bold stance. Beyond her acting achievements, Field has passionately advocated for women's rights. As a member of the board of directors for Vital Voices Global Partnership, an international women's NGO, she co-hosted the Global Leadership Awards 6 times, helping to amplify the voices of women leaders around the world. A staunch Democrat, she supported Hillary Clinton's campaign during the 2008 Democratic primaries and endorsed Kamala Harris's presidential bid in 2024, underscoring her dedication to progressive causes. Field has also been a fierce ally of the LGBTQ+ community, winning the Human Rights Campaign's Ally for Equality Award in 2012. Her support is deeply personal, as her youngest son, Samuel Greisman, is openly gay. In her acceptance speech for the award, she expressed her pride in Samuel and reiterated the importance of equal rights for all, saying, "To be a good parent is to love and support your child for who they are." In December 2019, Field was arrested while attending one of Jane Fonda's Fire Drill Fridays, a series of climate change protests in Washington, D.C. Her participation in the protest highlighted her commitment to environmental activism, joining other prominent figures in calling for urgent action to address the climate crisis. A defining aspect of Field's activism is her advocacy for abortion rights. Her position stems from a deeply personal experience. At 17, she underwent a traumatic illegal abortion in Mexico. This ordeal shaped her into a vocal proponent for reproductive rights in the United States, speaking out against restrictions that endanger women's health and autonomy. Sally Field's life is a testament to resilience, talent, and the power of using one's voice to inspire change. From her groundbreaking roles in Hollywood to her fearless activism, she continues to leave a legacy that goes far beyond the screen. What part of Sally's journey resonates most with you? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories. Until next time, stay tuned for more incredible tales from the world of Hollywood.